everyone, it's Kara here from Boho Berry, and I'm here today with a little bit something different for you all. I know most of my videos are usually tutorials, how-tos, kind of showing you through my bullet journal and things along those lines, but there's something that's been happening lately that has kind of been bugging, for lack of a better word, it's been bugging the crap out of me, and I really wanted to take the time here today and kind of interrupt our regularly scheduled programming and talk about something that I think is super, super important. And that is this idea that's floating around out there that there is only one way to bullet journal, only one true way to bullet journal. And it breaks my heart every time I hear or read someone saying that. And one thing that I absolutely love about the bullet journal system, and the main reason I've stuck with it for as long as I have, and the reason that it's been the one system that I've been able to actually stick with versus kind of falling off the wagon, so to speak, and dissolving into chaos, the one thing that's kept me organized, the reason that is the bullet journal is because of its flexibility, its adaptability, the fact that there is no one true way to do it. Yes, there are absolutely guidelines. There are ways to start. There's minimalist bullet journals. There's artsy bullet journals. There's somewhere in between bullet journals. There are bullet journals with fantastic handwriting. There are bullet journals with chicken scratch. There are bullet journals in nothing but black pen and a plain notebook. There are bullet journals in super fancy notebooks with all sorts of color coding and craziness going on. What I love about the bullet journal is that all of those that I just described, all of those are bullet journals. They're all individuals taking a system and adapting it to fit to their own personal needs. And when I see people online arguing over which is the better way, should you go minimalist, should you go artsy, I see people that are afraid to share their bullet journals within different communities. They don't want to share pictures because they feel ashamed that theirs isn't pretty enough or their handwriting isn't good enough. Or even on the other hand, people who are super artsy who are afraid to share pictures now because they're scared that people are going to say, oh, it's so decorated, it's not even a bullet journal anymore. And there's been a lot of threads all over the place, different Facebook groups, on Reddit, and every time I see one, it really, really just wrenches my heart. The bottom line is, y'all, that there is no one true way to bullet journal. Your bullet journal can be plain and simple. Your bullet journal can be in a fancy notebook, like the Leuchtturm that I like to use, I know is really, really popular. However, it can be in any notebook out there. You could bullet journal in a planner, in an Erin Condren, in a Happy Planner, in anything else that you use. You can bullet journal on whatever paper, whatever notebook you want. You could even do loose leaf, do spiral bound, disc bound, whatever you want. It's still a bullet journal. You can use whatever pens you want. You don't have to use the pens that I use. You don't have to use the brands that everybody promotes. Find what works for you personally and use that. You don't have to use a bunch of different colors. If you want to just write in black, go for it. Heck, if you want to write your entire bullet journal in yellow, I don't see anything wrong with that either. My point here, you guys, is that I really believe that the bullet journal is a system that is so flexible and so adaptable that you really can turn it into whatever works for you. And the key to bullet journaling correctly is to make it work for you, whatever that takes. If the original monthly log doesn't work for you, then by all means print off a calendar or draw out a calendar and stick it in there for the beginning of the month. There's no bullet journal police that are going to tell you you're doing it wrong. And if someone's telling you you are doing it wrong, just let it roll off your shoulders. Just know that as long as it's working for you, you are doing it right. Sorry if I seem like I'm going off on a little bit of a rant here, but this whole topic has just really been driving me insane for the last little while. And it really saddens me to see people judging each other online or people being afraid to share online because they're afraid of being judged. And this goes on both ends of the spectrum. I'm one of the artsy bullet journalists. I love to make my bullet journal pretty. The reason I do that is because it encourages me to use it more. And when I use it more, I actually stay organized and the system works for me. If I was to make mine plain Jane, I would get really bored with it. I would stop using it and therefore stop being organized. And the system just wouldn't work for me anymore. I know that that's not the same for everyone. I know that there are people out there that, you know, all the frills and everything, it seems like you're planning more than you're actually doing. And yes, I think there's a balance to be had there, but I don't think it's up to any single one of us to judge someone else and say that they're using it wrong, or that their bullet journal is so pretty that it's not a bullet journal anymore, or that they're not using the exact original method, therefore it's not a bullet journal. I think it's important for us to all remember that we're all on our own journeys here. And each of our bullet journals, each of us is so individual and so specifically different from one another. There's no one way to bullet journal. There's no one true way. There's no one correct way. I mean, even writer Carol says on his blog, he says within the official bullet journal notebook, he has a little note in there that says something along the lines of, and I'm probably going to misquote this, but something along the lines of, this could be your to-do list, your sketchbook, your journal, your diary, your all of this other things. And then at the end he says, chances are it's going to be some or all of those combined. I want to stress here that there's no one right way, and there's also no wrong way. However works for you. If you see something on Instagram that's super pretty, super cute, you want to give it a try, by all means, give it a try. But don't feel like it's something you have to stick with because someone else is doing it. If it doesn't work for you, tweak it a little bit. Try something different. Find your own way. I think ultimately we all just need to, like I said, give each other a break. One of the things that I absolutely love about the bullet journal is the community itself. And I love how we all share and learn and grow together. And I feel like when we kind of bring in this element of judging others, or people being ashamed to share, or people being afraid to share, I think when that element comes into this lovely community, it kind of puts a damper on everything. I mean, even I myself, I don't share, I don't know how many of you are on any of the bullet journal Facebook groups, but I don't share there a whole lot anymore because there's been a lot of talk there about how, you know, all of these pretty bullet journals are making people feel uncomfortable because they're not good enough and things along those lines. And it got me down for a while, and I just shared on Instagram where people appreciated it, and I kind of stopped sharing in those groups. But I think that's a problem. I think it's sad when someone is afraid to share because of what other people might think. The idea of sharing is for us to all learn and grow together. And if people aren't sharing because they're ashamed, then it kind of becomes kind of this self-fulfilling prophecy where eventually no one's going to be sharing, or it's going to be just all one type of bullet journal, when there are so many types of bullet journals out there, y'all. Mine is kind of a mix between functional and pretty. There are super, super, super artsy journals out there. There are super minimalist. There are people bullet journaling in loose leaf ring binders. There are people bullet journaling in traveler's notebooks. It's such a diverse and exciting community because it's so diverse. I hate to see that go by the wayside. And I don't know how many people are going to watch this little video of mine. I don't know if it's going to make an impact at all, but it's something that I just couldn't stay silent on. And it's something that I want everyone to know. From me personally, I believe that if you're bullet journaling and it's working for you, you're doing it right. And anytime you're online, on social media, anywhere else, I just hope that everyone can remember that, again, we're all on our own journeys. Just because someone posts something that is not how you like to do it does not mean that it's the wrong way. And I think just overall being compassionate and considerate of each other is going to take this community 100% to the next level, and I really, really hope that we can all get back on the same page again and really be a fun community. And I know that those elements are all still there. There's still a lot of fun within the bullet journal community. There's still a lot of camaraderie. There's still a lot of sharing going on. But I keep seeing these little conversations pop up, and it's something I don't want to see any of that escalate. I really, really don't. I want to see everyone stay a positive and uplifting community, because that's what I fell in love with, and that's what I want to continue to see. And I'm sure that a lot of you feel exactly the same way. So yeah, that is pretty much what I wanted to talk to you all about today. I know it's not your typical video from me. I know y'all are itching for me to get back to like my flip throughs and plan with me's and things along those lines, and I promise those are coming. I was actually going to do a flip through for the video today, and I couldn't stay quiet on this subject. I had to kind of do my own little PSA for what it's worth, just my 2 cents. I hope that what I have said today makes sense to you all. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Just drop a line down there. Let me know what you think. Do you think there's a divide forming in the community? Do you think that I'm over exaggerating? Do you think I'm right on the money? I'm just curious what everybody else thinks. This is, like I said, just my personal opinion, my own 2 cents on the matter, and I just want to put my input out there that I just want to see this community flourish and thrive. And I hope that we can all do that together instead of divided. So thank you for watching. If you like this video, definitely give me a thumbs up, subscribe. Again, drop your comments and questions down below. I'll be happy to join in the conversation. And I'll look forward to seeing you all on Monday. Bye.